Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to Don't Starve. Now, this is going to be my Wolfgang series now, not tonight. But it's because I want to address something that I get, kind of comment I get a lot said to me, whether in comment or in message. And that is people saying, I don't even get past 10 days. Oh, shush. Now, I don't know. Sorry, that's just my mobile. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what it is that kills these people. They don't tell me every time, just simply I have trouble getting past 10 days. So I thought, well, what I'd do is, I mean, I'm no expert, but what I thought I'd do is I'd kind of show you how I get past 10 days. Now, I'd like to think I'm a little bit qualified. My Wolfgang is coming up to 200. I had the 500 with Wilson on that 500 days and beyond series. I had that over 500 days. So I'd like to think I've got a fair idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to live 10 days. Now this will come in parts, and for those that know, that are quite comfortable with it, that go on to 50, 60, 70, 100, 200 days, whatever, please don't give it some, this sucks, people are thinking all this kind of stuff. No, come on, this isn't for you. This is for those people who have trouble getting started, getting a secure thing going, and getting started. So please, remember that. Okay? Right, so, assuming that you do have trouble getting past 10 days, let's start. I've just got rid of when he comes on and Maxwell pops up, he's just disappeared. So it's right at the very start. Now we're going to cover day 1, right? Now this isn't going to be 10 days series, 10 episode series covering a day at a time. I'm just going to start day 1 and explain each day what I'm looking for. But I might post 2 or 3 days depending how I feel. Okay, so day 1, we're going to do what really is natural, and that's resources. We've got to start with resources. You're looking for flint, you're looking for your saplings, grass, food, definitely in carrots and berries, or berries, both. So just keep collecting those, and as much as you can to start with, until you get like some like a crock pot or things set up. As much as you can is absolutely fine. Of everything. Now, while you're doing this, don't forget to keep looking for a base, right? Anytime you might stumble upon one. I mean, I usually start looking properly for a base around day 2, exploring for a base. But, you can easily find one in day. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pickaxe. That's what I always do first. Why? Because I can get more rocks, which also can give me more flint and things like that. Also gives you gold, which of course you're going to need for certain things. So I usually start with a pickaxe before an axe. I have actually mentioned that before. See, I got some flint there. So now I've got enough to make an axe anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But I like a pickaxe first because it makes sure that you've got plenty of rock and flint and that. So it's good. But yeah, I usually look for things like Savannah. I think Savannah is probably one, for me, I mean, I'm not saying this works for everybody, but for me, Savannah is one of the best places for a base. Because usually it's got very light traffic when it comes to other... Let me put my axe on. When it comes to other things like trees and that, you don't really get many trees in savannas and things like that. Unless you plant them, of course. So what it does usually have is a lot of grass and a lot of... let me just chop down another tree. A lot of grass, a lot of rabbit holes, things like that, some saplings. But it's not cluttered with a lot of stuff. And that can really help. Okay, so the reason I'm really just getting some wood chopped right now isn't because I'm really needing it badly. I'm just wanting enough to make sure that if I find somewhere, I can lay a fire pit down nice and quick and get that started. Mainly, I'm still on the first day after resources more than anything else. So I'll just keep clicking away, getting food in, getting saplings, berries, carrots. Only thing I do by the way, when setting a game up, I slightly increase carrots from normal to lots, and I slightly increase rock. Because let's face it, you can say, yeah, but that's cheating. Well, it ain't really, because if you haven't got rocks on your world, and trust me, you need them. You need them for certain things, recipes and things like that. So if you haven't got rocks on your world, you're gonna end up starting again. So, and you're only gonna keep starting again until you get a world with rocks on anyway. So all I'm doing is making sure I've got rocks on my world, and that's it. Right, so I mean, if you think about it, our resources are pretty nice. We've got some good stuff. 7 carrots, 3 berries. I'm not going to starve, I know that. And plenty of saplings and that. Plenty of forest around here. This is good also. And I don't know if they've changed it, but I'll tell you why. But I think that the tree guards start spawning in game day 3, after day 3 and after. I'm not sure if that's still true, but it was. And if that's still true, then you need to take advantage of that. I've said this in another video before. You need to put some time aside to go and chop some trees down, and before day 3, so before the tree guards start spawning, because then you know you're safe. And if you chop loads of trees down ready, then you know you don't have to worry about tree guards if you have to do it on day 4 or 5 or anything like that, which you may have to do if you left it later. I mean, the chances of getting a tree guard spawn is low, but it's still present, and that can be a problem. I mean, early on it's low. The longer you're actually in game, the longer you're chopping at trees, the more likelihood you will find one. But no, to start with, it's low, but it's still a possibility. You don't want to face that early on. Oh, that's going to be nice. Got Mandrake already as well, if we ever need a big boost. Now, I haven't found anything that I'd constitute as a base site to start with, so what will happen is I'll just put a normal campfire down. But I have found some pigs. And some ants. That's nice. That's nice. I'll explain why in a second. So there's a couple down here. This is good. The only bad thing about it is, of course, once they get to level 3, you're going to have a bit of a trouble there, because, you know, then of course you're going to get a queen walking round. So that can be a little bit of a deal breaker when looking for a, like if I'm in a savannah and I find spiders close by or beefalo close by, I just don't bother. Alright, so let's go a bit higher up. See what we've got up here. Aha! More spiders. Definitely a big spider place, this. Now night time's coming, so we're going to start off with just a normal campfire, and we'll put that down. And we have got enough wood to make sure that we've got plenty of heat, so we'll put that down as well. We'll collect some this, and we'll take down a tree or 2. There we go. Now you might as well do this while you're waiting, because there's you're not going to be exactly doing anything else right now. Not first day anyway. Eat some food. By the time that time comes, you should be just about ready. Now, I don't make anything like crock pots or science machines or anything like that until I've actually found a place to lay a base. Because I just don't see it. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless to me. Okay. So we've got plenty of rocks there. Them rocks are going to be just right for us. Don't worry about spiders. It's actually said on the wiki, I'm not sure if it's true, that spiders will actually try and stay away from fires if possible. I don't know if that's true. You know, but if you stood there with a fire near you, they'll actually usually turn the opposite way. It might be true, it might not. There's one just come onto edge there and then walked away again. Okay, so daytime. We know spider's going to go back. That's fine. Right, so day 2. Day 2, I like to start to think of finding a base. So, I'll look on my map, start to think where I might find something I like. What you want is somewhere open. If you can't find a savannah, you want somewhere open that's got lots of rabbit holes. It's got to be open because at the end of the day, you're going to build a camp up and trees get in the way. And let me just have a look on my map. The reason I look on my map is because sometimes you might just get to the edge of something, like you might see a tiny bit of savannah showing that you didn't actually see on your screen when you were running around. So it gives you an idea. But yeah, I like somewhere really open because you're building a camp up and trees get in the way and things like that. And if you're going to lay tooth traps down to help with hounds later on, they won't lay too close to trees. So it's best to have a wide open area. Here we are. Now this is good and bad. I mean, it's good to have a savannah and it's good to have a place that's got beefalo because, of course, that will help with hounds. If you run round beefalo enough, the hounds will attack them. But the problem is that that makes this savannah no good for a base because beefalo wander too much. So, it's no good for a base. Like this pig, he's going to get absolutely smashed. He's got this up here that's going to do, there's 2 up here. So that's going to be a couple of queens walking round. And when these get red ass, they're going to kick his face in. So you really don't want that. Oh, and they're coming into the forest. So there's quite a few here. This is actually a nice place if ever you really want to call them together. You can, if you kill one of these and get a horn, you blow it once and you'll be able to pull all these together. And that can be a help if it's the winter time with deer clops and things like that.